always think it's good to leave when things are doing really well and not when they're not. It's just to put that out there. Like, as soon as you're really comfortable, things are doing well, that's the time it is. You don't want to wait until it's like, dang, she fell off, so she left. I think you want to leave when you're here and you can, get the things that you want. And so I had, even
That's some
before
good
the
advice.
pandemic, like, don't everybody quit your job now, but I'm
No.
No. We smelling what you're selling.
I'm smelling what you're selling though, for sure.
But I had, even before the pandemic, been in conversations about like doing my own show, because I came from having my own show. And then I had lip service. So I always wanted to go back to having my own show. And I'm going to be honest, I hated getting up so early in the morning.
What time did y'all have to wake? What time do you?
I would wake up at 4 a.m.
Damn.
And when I tell you, my life was like miserable just from
4
that.
a.m.
It was nice to be done with work early, but it's like just really difficult.
Yeah, and you did that 10 years.
Yeah, I did that for 12 years.
12 years.
12
Yeah,
years.
12
What do
years.
you do like after you get off work? Like what did your day look like?
Push up in a Rari with Ferrari and you know BT. Ask your crush, do you like me? Mental health check, talk to me. Somebody got you effed up. Call and get it off your mind. Catch us in the A, turn us up while you in traffic slime. Welcome to the greatest show on earth. Yeah, this the ball alert. Yeah, this the ball alert. Yeah, this the ball alert. Welcome to the greatest show on earth. Yeah, this the ball alert. Yeah, this the ball alert. Yeah, this the ball alert.
Broadcast live from the Nagel Law Firm Studios. I go by the name Ferrari Simmons.
I go by the name, BT.
The Ball Alert Show. Angela Yee in the building.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Finally. Yes.
Y'all was not trying. This is the
We
first
got
time
the
you.
goat.
This is the first time y'all asked me. Talk about finally.
Well, I don't think we ever had the time to
Okay. I always make
allot
time
it for you.
Yes, but thank you for having me.
Nah, this is great, man. I've always, first of all, number one thing I wanted to say is definitely a big fan of Angela Yee, the brand, because everything you have done, we got a chance to see it. So that was dope.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
You're
always
you're our boss here, so we appreciate
Oh,
you.
here you go.
Okay.
Mr. APD.
Nah, but like I feel like it's great to see an example of someone on the radio side get in the Radio Hall of Fame and like accomplish all these things, so I can see a path that I say, oh, okay, it's possible to accomplish these things.
Oh yeah, of course it is. I never even thought about the Radio Hall of Fame when
See?
that happened. I was not expecting it, and then of course we got in during the pandemic. They probably were like, slide them in now.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you feel like it's kind of like when the Lakers won the bubble ring.
Yeah, it's kind of like no, but it is an amazing deal, and we did celebrate like the following year. I went to the ceremony, but it was an interesting time. Ray J inducted us into the Hall. of Fame.
That's
Lord.
crazy.
Oh Lord, how was that?
It was good. We asked him to, because Ray J's like,
See, he was the one that kind of set it off.
when the Breakfast Club first started, that interview with Ray J was kind of what got us. It's hard to break through, especially we started just in New York on the Breakfast Club. And so it took a while for people to even know that we were there, because there's so much going on. People are used to listening to certain stations. You know what it's like when there's a legacy station that's been somewhere forever, to train people to change the dial to something they're not accustomed to changing the dial to. It's always going to take some time and be a bit of a challenge. But that Ray J interview was like, dang.
How many Rolls Royces he have?
I got
Yeah,
an inside pool
and an outdoor
outside
pool. Yeah, period.
Yo, that was a legendary time. Like, he was like, I got 30 Rolls Royces outside.
He said, and Fab said he woke up and was like, his phone was going off while he was asleep. He woke up, didn't know what happened.
Yeah, because then he said he had Punch Fab or something.
Yeah, but I don't know that any of that happened. And the funny thing is, it was all over like playing the piano in Floyd Mayweather's house.
When he was singing.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that you guys brought to the game was the virtual interview. I never really paid attention to interviews until I started watching you guys' interviews, The Breakfast Club. I never really saw an interview until I used to see y'all interviews.
When we first were talking about even starting a show, one thing I said was we have to put our interviews online. We need like a great video department, because part of why people even knew who I was when I was on Sirius was because my videos would always be on World Star. And when I used to
Remember that World Star time, boy.
Yes.
You got on World Star, you made it.
And people would pay to be on World Star. If you remember, like you had to pay. and you had to pay more if you wanted like the big
The
box.
big box was like
For sure, for sure.
15,000.
Yeah,
A regular
it's a-
post was like
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
5,000. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, and but Q used to always put my videos up. As a matter of fact, Q, I had him on with me. That was his first time doing radio. And I think DJ Vlad, when he came on with me when I was
Wow.
at Sirius, it was his first time on the radio. And it was after him and Rick Ross had got into that altercation. So we had talked about all of that. So it was like a messy time when I was at Sirius because everything was all the way live. It was no pre-recorded interviews. Everything was just, and we never knew what was going to
So
happen.
y'all were the first streamers.
Yeah, I used to be on Ustream, and so as a matter of fact, and
I
think
remember Ustream.
at that time, Sirius didn't see the value in video content, and they used to say they actually made it like a company-wide policy because of me that you couldn't put out videos, and I was like, well, this is a paid platform. It's a great way for people to want to pay for it because that made people sign up and be like, I don't want to miss this, I don't want to miss that.
Yes.
But they were very against it, and that was part of like why we would bump heads at work because I was like, y'all not paying any money to do anything for me. Let me put out some content. It's not like I'm putting out the whole show. It would
This
just
was
be
the
that.
first. This was the first.
I tell
is
people
the
all the
first.
time, this new era of streaming is not new. I remember when celebrities had tiny chat or something like that, where
Tiny
it's like
chat.
they'll be on there streaming, it'd be like 5 different people streaming and stuff, and it's like,
I mean, think about Joe Budden and Tahiri with their relationship early on. They had like a whole show that
They
people would
did.
really tune in.
Wow, you really like.
You know who else? This wasn't streaming though, but Mike Geronimo. I don't know if you remember. Before The Real World, I think him and his girlfriend at the time, they had like a reality show together, and I feel like I think that was before The Real World. So
I'm so glad you're here because I always wanted to ask a couple of things. First thing I wanted to ask was
no, this second thing.
when.
You asked the
do
first
the
thing.
second thing.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Second thing. Yeah, I am on two. When Birdman came in there, what was the energy like? Was it like, wait, what the fuck going on? Like, did y'all really?
First
be
of all,
like,
he had the whole Atlanta with him at the time.
So
I
he
was
had
like,
the
we
Red
knew,
Deshaun,
we knew
Rollo.
everybody that was in there. What I'm
Hey, I
like,
forgot who else, but like, what was y'all when he walked out? What did y'all say?
We were just like stuck. Like, what just happened? But I think it was interesting to me because I've had like good relationships with certain people, like Chanel from Young Money. I literally like hosted her mixtape, and I was at her mixtape release party, and Birdman was always like, oh, good. Like we always had a good rapport. He at the time had been trying to sign J Electronica, and I was managing him, so we had been talking, and so it wasn't like I didn't think we had any issues, So to me, I'm like, all right, Birdman's coming. I knew he had issues with Charlamagne because of the things that he would say about him
okay.
and Lil Wayne. I knew that, but I figured if he's coming up here, that's a good time to address it, and he's not mad. You know what I'm saying? But I can understand being on the other side of things, how frustrating it can be when people are saying things about you, and it's not true, or you feel disrespected, because it's happened, I think, for anybody that's on the radio, there's times when you're like, dang, that's not even true. And it's, and he said, what he said afterward was he didn't even know how mad he would be until he got there.
He was stuttering and everything.
Yeah.
yo, it was
All
bad.
three of y'all.
When you hear Envy say, keep the cameras rolling, like roll the camera. I think Envy said something like, get the cameras going. And he was like, Birdman was coming there like, yo, I'm about to let them have it.
Yeah. He should have had a better plan. Like, that's the one thing. When you want to come in here, I don't think he intended to do that.
Yeah.
Because if he did, I feel like he would have like mapped it out better. Because people will do that. Like, they'll have an intention to go somewhere, to have a moment, and they'll plan it. I don't think he planned to do that.
Yeah, I could tell.
But
that
afterward,
wasn't
he
planned.
definitely like made some T-shirts and stuff like that.
Now, did y'all ever talk to him? Like, was anything, settled after that happened?
No, it's never.
I had like a couple of people from around him reach out just to be like, oh, but the way that I am, like, once something happens, I just be like, let me just put it behind me and move on past it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm okay. Like, it wasn't, to me, it wasn't something that like affected me. If anything, it was a super viral moment for everybody. Nobody got hurt,
Right,
And
right.
so, yeah, it just turned
And
into
then he went downstairs too.
He did?
Because remember, in New York, you go downstairs and sometimes people are outside.
Oh.
Remember, it was like people went downstairs,
Yeah.
right? Didn't that happen? Did he go outside and it was like reporters or something like that?
I don't know.
But yeah,
can't
TMZ will
remember.
always be outside.
Outside.
Yeah, they know when we have guests coming. And I remember, I think they had like the "Are you finished or are you done" shirts or something like that.
Oh yeah, he said are you finished or is you done?
It's funny how people still like will use all of those
Because
phrases.
you can go on YouTube right now and still see those interviews. And I think that's what you guys have that a lot of people, used and tried to perfect, because you guys literally put things out there. Now, after you how did you know, or maybe this is another, it's like a two type question. Like, how did you say, okay, or what happened to make it Way Up with Angela Yee? Like,
how
do
you
we know it's an
how'd you-
ending and now you're gonna start Way Up with Angela
Well, I
Yee?
think the way that I am, like, even I was at Sirius for 6 years before I came over to iHeart, where it was Clear Channel, and the show was doing really well at the time. I always think
Your
it's
show
good.
on Sirius.
Yeah, I always think it's good to leave when things are doing really well and not when they're not.
Mm.
It's just to put that out there, like. As soon as you're really comfortable, things are doing well, that's the time it is. You don't want to wait until it's like, dang, she fell off, so she left. I think you want to leave when you're here and you can, get the things that you want. And so I had, even
That's some
before
good
the
advice.
pandemic, like, don't everybody quit your job now, but I'm
No.
No. We smelling what you're selling.
I'm smelling what you're selling though, for sure.
But I had, even before the pandemic, been in conversations about like doing my own show, because I came from having my own show. And then I had lip service. So I always wanted to go back to having my own show. And I'm going to be honest, I hated getting up so early in the morning.
What time y'all had to wake?
Man,
what time do you?
used to
I would
wake
wake up at 4 a.m.
Damn.
Ugh.
And when I tell you, my life was like miserable just from
4
that.
a.m.
It was nice to be done with work early, but it's like just really difficult.
Yeah, and you did that 10 years.
Yeah, I did that for 12 years.
12 years.
12
Yeah,
years.
12
What do
years.
you do like after you get off work? Like what did your day look like?
Oh, man. I mean, and that's when the day starts, right? Like when
Facts.
you get
See,
off
I'll
work.
be going back to sleep.
Yeah, it's impossible.
You can't really
It's
do that 'cause you
impossible.
gotta-
And then sometimes, like, there's stuff you have to do in the evening or meetings or dinners. So now you got to go home and come back. You know what I mean? And it's really annoying. And so it was just it's great because sometimes I'll be like, I'm not doing anything after the show today. I would like go to the beach and stuff like that in the summer. But it just was hard. And I just knew that I didn't want to keep on doing that. So I had already been talking to iHeart about getting my own show. Behind the scenes, we were having conversations, and I just didn't know what that was going to look like. At first, it was like, okay, maybe we'll do something. Because the way that I look at things is if you put me in a position, I'm going to make it work somehow. And something more is going to come out of it. So I was like, if I got to stay on The Breakfast Club and do weekends and grind it out, I always act like I've never been here before and I'm starting from scratch. And I was like, I will grind it out. I'll do weekends. I'll do not like what y'all need me to do. I just want to start transitioning into that. And after the pandemic, well, it was kind of during the pandemic, I sat down with my boss, with Thea.
What up,
And-
Thea?
Hey, Thea, our boss, right?
Right.
And she called me, and I'll never forget, like, my agent first was like, look, you're going to talk to Thea today, and I just, I'm going to let y'all talk, but just look at this as a good thing. Because I also feel like that time slot, mornings are a big time slot.
Mm-hmm.
So moving from mornings to another time slot, especially like right after, that's not considered so content heavy. Sometimes people won't look at that as like that's not
A
necessarily, it's
a
not like
prime
an
spot.
upward move. But having your own show is, and so I really wanted something that was mine, that I could curate. And then I think during the pandemic, people's listening habits changed so much that it made it something that they wanted to really like beef up. And then podcasting changed the game a lot too. A lot of times people will listen to the podcast, but not the show live. People, and they've done studies, people still listen to live radio the most,
Mm-hmm.
but people will now go back and like see what I missed. Or if I'm not in that particular market, I could go on the iHeartRadio app plug and listen to it there. And so I think all of those things kind of played in my favor. And they also told me, look, you work really hard. We see what you do, and you deserve to have your own show. And I have been really just going for it, because sometimes I feel like it took years for it to happen, and my contract was up, so it was going to happen somewhere.
That's fire.
Yeah, and that's why.
So I'm smiling because we kind of have your same formula, because your lip service and your show, you talk about your show on lip service, and you talk about on Lift Service, you talk about your radio show. So like that's what we do.
Yeah.
Ball Alert. We got the segments on Ball Alert. We got the same segments on our radio show.
Yeah, because great content is gonna come from somewhere. Why not come from your other show?
There you
know?
go.
Yeah, and I feel like that's why we beating the competitors on the radio station, too, because people can see something that they're familiar seeing and they can hear.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of other people don't understand, because I know the other radio stations are like, how the hell these guys are kicking our ass? You know what I'm saying? And it's people they act like listeners don't have phones. You act like people not in the car
They have
looking at
social
you
media.
on social media
Yeah.
and then being like,
They probably following you too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And progress matters. And then people also have to feel like they trust you. They could relate to you. You know, we're in the middle of a government shutdown right now. Nobody wants to see people flossing and, you know, doing.
hell no.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm always outside. You guys are always outside too. People get a chance to see what you do in your everyday life. I don't walk around with like security. People come up to me. You know, I
heard you just be walking down the street in New York.
I do.
You
and
know-
I live in Brooklyn.
You know
in
who you
Best
remind
Eye.
me
Yeah,
of?
JoJo said she just walked.
Oh yeah, JoJo
I was like,
at my
wait, what?
house.
She had no security? She was like, nah, she just walked.
I
to the
take the
store.
train sometimes.
No way.
I do. And people will be like, can I take a picture? And they'll post it. That's how you know I really, for real. And it's because it's faster to get to work.
And
And
you
look,
said, I don't owe nobody no money. I don't owe nobody nothing. I'm good.
yeah, I'm good. I don't bother nobody. I don't mess with nobody. Yeah. And you know, my mom worked for New York City Transit Authority since I was a little kid for the MTA. So I've always been real comfortable taking the train. And what was exciting to my mom more than anything was they used my voice on the train
That's
for a
fire.
period of time where it's like, watch out for the doors, they're closing. My mom was like, oh my God, this is so exciting. My daughter's
That's
voice.
dope.
That's fire. Well, guess what? It is time for
Uh-oh.
You Got Me Fucked Up. What's some things that trigger Angela Yee?
Ooh, right now, Donald Trump and everybody that is talking like, what?
Hold on, I'm just making sure the camera's focused on you.
Okay. Are you wearing the same sneakers?
No.
Are we?
Okay.
No.
Oh, one time for Nova Man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
shout
talking
out
about?
to Fashion Nova.
Oh, fit and yeah. Anyway, go
But
ahead.
yes, I mean, I just think that at the end, like we said, the government shutdown, it's been hard for a lot of people. I flew here. I got to fly back. Today is the day that we're recording this is the day that they're cutting back on flights. People aren't getting paid at work in the airport. People's benefits getting cut off. And,
sure.
you know, the way that I've been seeing people treated who aren't just getting singled out because they're black or brown by ICE and harassed, and kids, and him saying that we're not going far enough when it comes to that, I think is awful. Like the direction that we're headed in right now, and the lack of humanity and people feeling like they could say and do anything, and all the progress that we made. They're even trying to talk about like getting rid of same-sex marriage. These are
Yeah, I
conversations.
saw that.
Yeah, I mean, this is wild. Like all the progress that you make,
Yeah.
women not having access to the health care that they need. All of those things are, you know, a huge deal. And it's really like turning back the hands of time. DEI, all of those things. Seeing like how I love the fact that HBCU enrollment is up, but I hate the fact that there's no diversity in these other universities because, you know, they want to make sure. And it's just things are being taken away from us. And I look forward to the day that we can reclaim those things. The good thing that I did see is these elections that just happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to ask
You
you,
saw
how,
Detroit got a black woman.
My girl,
Yeah.
Mary Sheffield, the first ever woman mayor, and she is a black woman, and she's amazing.
That's
Crazy.
fire. How do you feel about the new mayor of New York? It's been a lot of controversy I've seen
Yes.
online
Yeah.
about that.
Mamdani. And, you know, it's so interesting because people act like in New York, everyone's excited about it, but they're not all excited about it. People, it's interesting because even with the elections, like the day of, I told everyone, I said, don't take it for granted that he's going to win because they're acting like it's a shoo-in. The numbers are looking like this. It was closer than I think people would have thought it would be. And there was a lot of people putting money behind Cuomo to beat Mamdani because they're concerned. I think that just like whenever somebody comes in power that's progressive and wants to change things and help the majority of people and not just the small minority at the top, I think that there's going to be a lot of pushback. You know, they're saying people are going to flee the country flee the city and leave New York because of the taxes on rich people. But rich people, like, don't be paying taxes like that anyway. So they have all kind of tax shelters to figure out how they don't got to pay what they're supposed to pay.
Facts.
So I don't think anybody's going to leave the city because of that. They're rich as hell. Like, they're fine. And so New York does need a lot of help. And that's why this happened, and I think it's just a sign of what's to come across the country. But he's got a lot to do because now he's in a position where he's stood on all these different things, and people are going to be really micro looking.
They about to be watching him.
Yeah. And he used to be a rapper.
He used to be a rapper?
Yeah, he's also the youngest mayor we've ever had.
Yeah, he's only 34.
And his wife is 28.
Yeah.
But that helped him.
He's so slick outside.
So I was about to say he's slick like a YN.
He's a YN.
He's
got a YN
He's slick YN. And I seen him like he was playing like Kendrick Lamar when he won. He was like
Ja Rule because 50 Cent was going at him.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did see 50 kept posting like R.I.P. to New York, when he won.
And then he came out to Ja Rule.
Man. Yeah,
but that's social media, and I think the other thing with Mamdani's campaign, social media just took it to a new level for him, being on TikTok, reaching out, because what helped him a lot is a lot of people did early voting, which normally that doesn't happen. It was like record turnout for that. And I think social media and young people voting is what really helped him. And so people have to look at that and understand, like, what does that mean for my campaign? I saw a woman posting that came on to work with Cuomo towards the end of his campaign, and she was saying she got hired to do his social media, and she was showing how much the numbers went up for him when she was hired. And I think that's going to affect how people run campaigns across the country.
Yeah, the social media is a really big thing, because when I saw his Instagram, I said, damn, he got 6 million followers?
Yeah, he does.
I'm like, shit, of course he won.
And I didn't know who he was until I actually hosted, they had early on, it was just like they had like a little press conference at this place in Brooklyn, and it was just about the arts. It was at Brick. And that was the first time I met Mamdani. He came in late. It was like 7 different candidates that were trying to be the nominee. He came in late. He came like, I'm sorry, I took the train here. The train was delayed. I was like, okay. Now.
Yeah, he said he take the. I've been looking at a lot of what he's been doing. He said he takes the train everywhere. They said he was like partying at the gay bars.
Yeah,
like they was like everything about him. Yeah,
that's fire.
Yeah. Y'all mayor got reelected too.
Yeah.
What up, Andre?
Yeah, shout out to Andre.
We're gonna be with him Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And that's nice. I think that's a good feeling to have a leader that you feel like you could like.
You got access to.
Have access to, and I think that's important. I think I look at people having issues like the mayor's in the club. He shouldn't be here. He shouldn't be there. And they did criticize Eric Adams a lot for that.
Man.
And then they celebrate Mamdani for it. But I do think that those are small businesses, and it is nice to be able to see. I remember being in New Orleans when Mayor Cantrell was the mayor and being in the club with her. Like, damn, I'm sitting next to the mayor and we drinking champagne in the club. Mm-hmm. I mean, to me,
we saw the mayor at one music fest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's crazy.
That's what I think a lot of things are changing in the world, because people want to be like, because I feel like politicians used to be so like unreachable. It's like, even when I was a kid, I'm like, damn, I could never talk to a mayor. I could never talk to the governor. I could never talk to anybody that make decisions to affect my life. And Rory was just with the sheriff of Gwinnett County. It's like, these are relationships with people that we would never thought we would be able to talk to.
And they work for us. Like, we pay their salaries. So we also have to remember that we have every single right to be able to approach these politicians. Sometimes it's on us because we don't do it, and so we always say that voting is just the beginning. Right now, the real work has to start, and we have to put in work too to make sure that we can't just complain about things but not try to get things changed. How are we not being the ones that's like, well, let's organize this. Well, let's invite this council person to come and talk to, and they have to do those things, and not just when it's time for people to vote.
Because they do.
You got to keep on doing it, and you got to. We can propose bills and have it sponsored to turn into legislation. Like, those are real things that we have the right to do, that we should be doing.
And I never knew that. I never knew that until we really started like working with the mayor's office, like hands-on. And I didn't even know that there's a department in the city that if you were harassed by a police officer, there's a department to where you can actually go talk to somebody and for them to, figure out what's going on. Because
a mediation.
Yeah.
We do, listen, Civilian Complaint Review Board. I done called them. I definitely have filed for that before.
For real?
And I would say, and we just talked about this, we had our block association meeting on my block, but people don't know that. You're right, because the police officers have to be accountable too.
Yep.
And so if something happens to you, it's on us to do something. You can't just be mad about it.
You got to do something.
Yeah, you got to do something. You can go, and if they have enough complaints, that's why people have to do that. And then they have to come to mediation as part of their responsibility. So.
And I think police officers need to be a little bit more friendlier. You know, like, no, for real.
You're
like,
right.
I had a conversation. I know a few police officers.
Imagine if they was like the Chick-fil-A folks.
I mean, people wouldn't. You gotta think about it. Like,
Closed on Sundays.
you wouldn't be scared of the police as much if they was a little bit more friendlier. But I know the things that they have to go through a daily basis. Like, I was talking to a police officer. He was like, think about it, BT. We're gonna talk to X amount of people that are bad, and then we're gonna meet one nice person. And then we're going to talk to another 5 other people that are bad people, or, you know, they might be fucked up. So, you know, they taking it out on us. And I was like, man, I wish officers really would just go knock door to door and introduce themselves to families.
You know what I always thought would be good, because I think when we talk to police officers, it's normally not for nothing positive.
Facts.
And so I think if interactions would be not when there's an emergency. Remember, like, police athletic league, and they would play basketball, and, you know, y'all. And just things like that, but like doing community events, I always felt like police officers should be like part of their job should be community service, right? Where a little portion of that has to be towards them coming out and supporting events, and because even for kids, like kids are taught cops are bad, not that cops are good, and I don't think all cops are bad, and I think we need more people to be cops who are going to be positive influences and positive in the community. But if there could be more interactions where it's like, we didn't call the cops because somebody did X, Y, and Z. It was more like, okay, everybody come out, you know, and those are things that I think as leaders in this space could happen. We had a meeting on our block because the guys on the corner were like, the cops keep coming doing this. One of them came to me, was like, I'm the one that got tased. And
damn.
Yeah, he did. There's a video of it and everything that went viral. And he was like, you know, these officers keep messing with us. We can't have no block party because, you know, we love a block party in Brooklyn. I don't know if you've ever been to a block party, but
in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
not
we have
in
one,
Brooklyn.
you got to come. But anyway, so we actually had the sergeant come to the Block Association meeting to have these conversations, because there is a compromise that has to happen, right? Because sometimes it can make their job a lot easier too if people know them and can be like, okay, I don't want, you know, what do I need to do so that this doesn't have to continue happening? So.
You 1,000% right, because, you know, Atlanta is a lot of black officers, and they cool as hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
They slick BYNs in Atlanta.
No, hey,
girls and guys. And the girls be looking like Clarissa. The girls look like Clarissa Shields, boy. All right, in Atlanta. And Ellie Chopper tried to holler at one at Jingle Ball I think it was we
one of the officers.
Yeah, they be having the whole little looking like Keisha. Speaking of Keisha, it is time for our mental health check-in, sponsored by the Faith Project, Transitional Housing. One time for Keisha. Miss Angela Yee, how do you keep your mental health strong?
What do I do? Well, I think I'd like to give myself things to look forward to. I also turn off work when I'm not at work. And I think that's important, like staying off social media. You have to do it, though. You have to commit to it.
It's hard.
Because guess what? Like, ain't nothing crazy going to happen that you can't get back to it. You know, I think when you're out on a date, don't be looking at your phone the whole time on a date. Put it away. It could wait 2 hours, whatever it is.
I try to take my phone
when
off
you're watching
off
TV,
the desk.
Yeah, exactly.
I put my phone in my wife's purse.
You do?
Yeah, I just put it in her purse.
See, good. I
so
like
if someone
that.
called me, she answers, she's like, hey, I'd be like, I call him back. I just give it to her.
I think that's perfect.
That's
or like, you know, people watch a movie and they be on their phone watching the movie and then don't know what the hell happened.
They be like,
on
what's going on in this movie now?
Yeah. And I think even what you follow, also, I know we have a job to do, so we're paying attention to all the BS. But also just making sure that, like, what shows up and what you pay attention to. I also feel like doing positive things, you know, and being outside and doing stuff. I think helping other people helps you. Always,
I agree with that.
Like, mentally.
That's when you get that good karma back.
No,
Yeah,
for sure.
and it's not even. It just feels good too.
No,
like,
for
it
sure.
also feels like the smallest thing could mean so much to somebody.
Okay, I appreciate that, man. That was cool, man. I mean, now it's time to get in your business.
Uh oh.
So, Angela Yee, this is that time.
Let me
So
grab
you
my
look into
smooth.
that camera and shout out your crush. Do you have a crush? You gonna plead the fifth on the Ball Alert Show?
Oh my God! I always have a crush on my man.
Oh, you got a man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, Ferrari, stop it! Like, you don't know that. Stop being a bug.
So
You got a bug out right now.
if you had something to say to your man on Ball Alert, what would you say to him?
Stop looking so mean all the time.
He do not be looking mean.
Yes, he does.
Nah. I feel like that's
People be saying that. They be
where's
like,
he
"Why you
from?
look so mean?" Brooklyn.
You from Brooklyn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long have y'all been together?
Like a couple years.
Couple years.
Yeah.
It's looking like forever.
Yeah, I think that's why we do it. I don't think anybody should ever be with somebody and think it's not gonna last. Come on, Ferrari.
You know, this just okay. Now, I've never seen the Angela Yee, the mom. Is that ever gonna be a thing? No.
I don't know. If it happens, it happens. It'd be great. I have godchildren who I love dearly.
How many godchildren you got?
3.
Okay. How many nieces and nephews you got?
Oh my gosh. Because I have like 19 cousins.
Damn.
But my brother does not have any kids either.
19
Okay.
cousins is crazy.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody better not get no beef with you. Shit.
They not. Yeah, I don't
Nine-
know. They all. Me and my brother are the oldest though.
So you the rich auntie.
Am I? Am I rich?
Come on.
What's rich?
Come on.
You got more than
Come
both
on
of us
now.
combined. We'll get there one day though.
Yeah. Listen, I invest.
Syndication.
Smart. No, we look to you for a lot of things. I don't even know if you understand like how much we pay attention to the moves you make and what you do. Because even you came to Atlanta and you had the whole coffee thing. Remember it was your coffee. I was like, wait, this Yee shit? Wait, what?
Nah,
Yeah.
that was dope.
That was
Yeah,
dope.
no, and I'm gonna say, and I was just saying this that I was at this event yesterday. That's why I came in town. Shout out to Nicole Point du Jour.
Yeah,
she
one
is
time with Nicole, I owe you.
The master connector.
I owe you.
Master connector.
It was a great room to be in, but I was just talking about how being an entrepreneur, most of the time we're not really making no money, especially in the beginning. I think the majority of people are just trying to figure out, like, how do I not have to keep spending money at first? And a lot of times, like, as an entrepreneur, we're like the person running the business. Black women open businesses at the highest rate of anybody, but then we're also the ones that have to work at them. And then we're also like funding from our families and not necessarily getting like bank financing. And, you know, there's a lot of grants that we should be making sure that we apply for. So I can understand why sometimes people will be like, let me just go on ahead and take this high paying job and not do this anymore. And I respect both. Like being an entrepreneur is a grind, it's a passion. A lot of times we do it because we love what we're doing so much, and it's not necessarily for the money. It's in the hopes that it's going to come, you know, so.
What's the best thing to invest in?
That depends. I mean, I love real estate, and nothing is a sure investment. I would say real estate can be great if you make the right moves, right? And it's great because it also is good for your taxes. Real estate is set up to help you financially with that. That's why when people own real estate and they're able to write off a lot of things, especially if you do affordable housing, a lot of people use that like for tax breaks. I think that's beneficial because you're helping people, but you're also getting nice tax breaks in the process of doing that. So I personally like real estate, but I also know it's not like a passive job. It is a lot of work, but like every day somebody's hitting me about something different happening. Like we have flooding in New York the other day. You know, you have to have good people on call that can go fix things right away because you don't want nobody feeling like you didn't take care of something and they're paying their rent. I think stocks though are something that is really great because it doesn't require any like upkeep, and it doesn't require it's just, and if you can have like a stockbroker or if you can go on these apps and do it yourself, and I think long term, if it's not money that you need to access right away, that could be a really great way also to make money for the future. Because, you know, I started off just with my 401k and my Roth IRA. You know, when I was working at Sirius, that's when I started all of that. And to be able to look back now and see how much that money has grown up to this point, you know, I think thinking about retirement, if you have kids, also making sure that they're set up for like their college fund. There's so many things that you can do so that later on you're like, thank God we set this aside. Thank goodness I did that. And putting things in a trust because you also want to protect what it is that you have. So you don't ever want to like buy a house and then somebody sues you and now you done lost everything because, you know, just things like that to think about. That's why I think financial planners are important. You know, I think it's really important when you're also financially not where you want to be, because that's going to help you get there. Because people think a financial planner is important when you're already rich, but I think it's really important before you are.
Man, you're putting us on to some games.
There's some good advice. I hope some rappers and athletes and, you know, regular folk like us pay attention to what you just said.
Well, we got a gift for you. Okay.
Yeah.
We come bearing gifts.
What
One
is
time
this?
for our sponsor, Aura.
Oh my gosh.
Affordable luxury watches.
I
You know what I'm
always
saying?
wanted this. This is so nice.
And we
yeah.
think we sized it to your wrist. If not, we
Let's
can make sure.
see.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure you good.
Ooh, look at that. That's so nice.
I
Well,
think we
thank
gotta
you,
take. Do we
guys.
gotta take a link out for you?
No,
Yeah.
I think this is good. I think
Because
I think
your wrist,
gotta
you
be a
don't have
little-
accessories.
yeah, I don't like my watch all tight. I like.
So you sure it's not? It looks a little baggy, friend.
You think so? You want to take a link out?
Yeah, we'll just take a link out.
One.
I like when my watch to hang down. So you can
Okay,
see
no, if that's how you like it. Now, do you like it like that?
it. Like you see it? Okay. All right. You're the expert.
Yeah. So all our watches. You got yours on?
Of
There you go.
course.
Put yours on.
Of
I hope y'all
course.
didn't
I
just take
always
it. You
got
know how
my
people
old
take
watch
it
on.
back and then you never get it again? Like, yeah, we took a link.
He ain't going nowhere. He
He's
going.
gonna
take
take
this
this
link
right
out.
now.
Yeah, I got my old watch on now.
We just wanted to make sure and listen, Miss Angela Yee, we appreciate you. Everything you have added to the culture. Thank you. We're so lucky to have you in close proximity to us, to be coworkers. Everything you've done for the culture. We got a chance to see it
Thank you,
firsthand.
boss.
Thank you.
He'll
Birdman.
really like text me during the interview, be like, "No, actually, what happened was, no, the kids here went back to school on this day." But that's good. I like that
I listen to
because
you.
it means you're listening.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I listen
Yeah.
to you. I listen to you all the
Yeah.
time.
I appreciate that. Like, I really love the team and the family
No,
up
for
here.
sure.
I think they've done a great job with like just everyone that's up here. My girl JoJo.
One time for JoJo.
Shout out to JoJo.
She be annoying the hell
Shout
out
out
of
to
us, but we
Manny.
love
That's
her.
good. I love that for her.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it. But like, also understand there's not a lot of women up here
For
too.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And so for her being on the air, you always got to protect that too.
No, for
because,
sure.
You know, I think women go through like different things than men when it comes to.
Oh, she tells us.
yeah.
She tells
okay,
us.
good.
Yeah.
JoJo, one thing JoJo would
She
do
will
is she
come-
would vent.
She ain't even gonna say hi. She was like, guys, this is what the hell I got going on. And she'll
Yep.
just start going. Next thing you know, it's 20 minutes into a conversation. You ain't even speak to her, bro. I didn't even say hi. You
That's-
see,
that's
we had
JoJo- that's
something going on.
JoJo.
Good. She gonna express herself.
Yeah.
We love that for
Yeah,
her.
one time for JoJo. Now, listen, man, we appreciate you so much, Angela Yee. Everything you have done, you've laid a foundation for people like ourselves to be able to say, oh, I can do that.
Mhm.
I just don't think in our careers, like sometimes we have a path of saying, oh, I like what she's doing. Let me do something like that.
Oh, well,
So-
thank you.
And to
you.
say, I know her.
Yeah. And you're so
Funny.
bubbly and nice. Like, I'll be over here like, you're so, oh, yeah, come on, Mr.
Oh.
Royce.
Oh, I do get it. All right, good. We got it.
No.
Sure, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, look, you
Okay.
know.
Yeah, there you go.
There it goes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad my wrist was smaller than you thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
We
she's
just
like,
wanted to,
like,
you know what I'm
she's
saying,
like, you gonna
give you
take the
something
watch
cool.
back.
Nah, for real. Thank you for all that you do, man. Because I feel like, you know, and then even in our industry, sometimes you meet people you look up to and they be full of shit.
Like who? No, I'm playing with you.
I mean,
Let me be messy. Let me be messy.
It's people that you do meet that you like. You might be excited to see,
Yeah.
or you know.
I hate when that happens.
and then they be like, "Damn, man, you just ruined my childhood."
yeah, I hate
Or
when
just the
that
last
happens.
5 years of me
Like-
looking up to you. Like,
That's why I don't even get excited to meet people anymore. I'd be like, "Bro, I don't care.
No, I still get excited.
I
I think, and I'll tell
I'd be
you
excited.
too. Yeah,
I don't get excited."
I was
I
excited
do.
when we saw Tyler the Creator. I was in fan mode.
Yeah,
Listen,
he
I'm
was fanned out. I was like, "Bro,
Only because that's my son's favorite rapper.
On the flight here, I was on the flight with Total. I was so excited. Yeah,
That's fire.
yeah, I was hyped.
I don't
She
get
was like-
excited to see nobody."
Do y'all want to
anymore.
talk about that real quick before
What?
we cut the show? So, just for topical information, I was going to my little massage spot.
Oh man, you
Oh,
talking
God.
about this again?
I was going to my massage spot. The lady wasn't there to do my foot rub. Okay, the guy was there. I got what's the thing? The arch. I got a problem with my arch, bro.
Okay, what's wrong
I've
with
been
your
a
arch?
track runner my entire life. Pause. The arch in my foot, bro. God damn, why I gotta pause this
I
shit?
did think something else too.
Oh my God.
I was like, why does
Bruh.
your arch have to do with a foot rub?
Wowzers.
Okay.
Oh,
I have a
You know, we're
problem with
told
the
we got
arch
arch.
in my foot.
yeah, because you
So I
have a
have
arch
to-
because
Yeah,
women wear
we're
heels.
supposed to
Yeah.
arch.
Yeah.
I am an athlete.
A
I am
what?
an expired track athlete. I've been running track my whole life.
Okay.
So my feet hurt a lot.
When the last time you ran track?
I still jog. I could jog 5
Nah, I'm
miles
talking. I
right
said
now.
track.
I haven't ran track. I could jog 5 miles right
Do you
now,
have
my boy.
nice feet?
I got a tattoo of a track.
Look,
Stop playing with me, my boy. I could jog 5 miles right now, my
Where is
boy.
that? Which one?
That ain't go nowhere.
But do you have nice feet when you take your shoes off?
They're not bad.
Okay.
They don't look bad. One time for my wife, Tanisha. Tanisha, I love you. I'll see you later. Thank you for all that you do, baby. Anyway, when I went to get my foot rubbed, the lady wasn't there, so the guy did it. What's the problem with the guy rubbing my feet? Nah, I'm not ticklish.
So did you close? Wait, did you close your eyes when he was massaging your feet?
No.
That's what I said. Did it do your calf? Because sometimes
No,
they
no,
gotta.
no. Now I'm not gonna have a guy do my full body massage. I'm gonna have a girl do.
Why
that.
not? That's like a If you're an
I don't
athlete,
want a guy
you're an
touching all my
athlete.
thighs and stuff. Cause you know the full body massage is everything.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Nah.
They not touching your thighs when they give you massage.
Are you gonna have a man do a full body massage?
Well, actually, I
They rubbing all on your chest?
I encountered the situation that happened to you.
With your foot?
I was getting my feet done, and a man walked over there, and I said no.
To get your feet done?
Yeah,
What's the problem with a man doing
Why
your
would
feet?
you say no?
because all these women in here that can rub my feet. Why do I want him to rub my feet? I want her to rub
I'm
my
gonna be
feet.
honest. I don't see what the big deal is.
I don't see the problem.
I don't think it's a big deal. I just think everybody got
You was
preference.
getting on me
But
last episode.
I also don't think a full
Rather
body
for soft
massage
hands
is a
to be
big
touching
deal.
my feet.
I don't want a man doing my full
See
body.
now, so
Wait,
you
what?
can't
Rubbing
say
on my
that and then
pectoral.
have a problem with that.
The
I don't
feet
know.
ain't nothing though. That's just my feet.
People have foot fetishes and
Oh
OnlyFans.
my god.
They
Look, I ain't gonna lie.
do.
I think one of the ladies that do my feet. I think she got a foot fetish. Cause like I'm like, you done? Why you keep rubbing my feet? Like it's over with.
Your time expired.
I'm like,
and she
it's
kept
done.
going.
And she just like rubbed the hell out of my feet.
She
I'm
probably
like,
wanted a tip, twin.
huh? I mean, I always tip, but I'm like,
It's not a pause, Royce. That's not a pause.
But would you let the guy do it again? I'm just asking. Because that's how we really.
It's time to go. I appreciate you.
yo, I almost spit out my
Just
coffee in
wait.
real time.
If no one was available and my feet were in pain, yes.
Okay, that's all.
That reminds me of that song. Do it again.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Please.
Angela Yee has a flight in 2 hours. We gotta get her to the
Do it
airport.
again.
No, I don't. I have plenty of time.
We are gone.
We
Ball
finished and
alert.
we done.
Peace.